Hey students, I hope you're doing perfectly fine at home. I was thinking about you guys that maybe you're having some trouble writing algebraic expressions, so I decided to make this video for you to have it anytime when you have any doubts. So the first thing I'm going to go over the assignments that you need to turn in during this week, which are the following. First, you have an assignment of evaluating algebraic expressions after you read some pages and watch a video. And then you have assignment number 2 is writing algebraic expressions, again in big ideas, after you do some reading and you go over these words. And then the third assignment is a small quiz on big ideas. It's not going to be considered as a quiz. It's more or less like a practice for me to know how you guys are doing. As you can see, I'm going to start first with writing algebraic expressions. I put this list of words which are a guide for you guys to know which phrases or which words will give you a more clear idea of what you have to do on how to build the expression. For example, I have addition, we have plus, and, total of, increased, and so on. So I'm going to put a website that I'm going to put in your resources for Moodle that explains it really well and have good, really good examples. So I have this one. They're giving me the phrase, the sum of 9 and 8. Extremely simple. Remember, I have two types of expressions. I have a numerical expression that only includes numbers, and I have an algebraic expression that includes letters. So in this case, if I have the sum of 9 and a number x, then it will be an addition of 9 and x. As you can see here, I have 14 decreased by a number p. Decreased means subtraction, so there you can see it. You write it in the same order that they give it to you. 7 less than number t. In this case, it varies because they are telling me 7 less than a number t. That means that I am subtracting 7 to letter t. Then another example, in this case, multiplication. The product of 9 and a number n. So here I have 9 times n. And then 32 divided. I can also have here quotient. Quotient means division. So after I have explained this to you guys have a document that I made myself some examples in which they give you the steps. Number 1, you need to take into consideration what is the variable that they're giving me. For example, if they're giving me let me see if I can find it here. If they're giving me they're telling me 9 increased by a number x. First, I identify the variable, which is x. Then I need to identify what is the operation. In this case, the key word is increased, which means addition. When you find the key words, you can use the list of words that I gave you to guide you. So you can determine whether it is multiplication, division, addition, or subtraction. And then you build up your expression. When I am here, I go to one of the assignments that you guys have on Big Ideas, and they are telling me, this is one of the examples. Write the phrase as an expression. 5 less than 8. The expression will be, since I'm taking away 5, they're telling me 5 less than 8. That will be 8 minus 5. Because they're telling me that it is 5 less than 8. That means I'm taking away 5 from number 8. Okay, moving on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Moving on to the next example. I have the product of 3 and 12. I know that the product in my list of words says the product. We know that that is the answer of a multiplication problem. So I know that this one, my numerical expression, will be 3 times 12. And I'm done. Then I have, for example, write the phrase as an expression. 3 fewer than 18. Fewer means less, like less than. What will it be? 18 minus 3, because I'm taking away 3 from 18. And so on. Once again, this is the assignment of writing expressions. Now I'm going to go over the assignment of evaluating algebraic expression. To give you a little review, in case you have any doubts, tomorrow I will have a session. I will let you know through your parents' email. In case that you have any doubt, you have to ask questions, you need some details, whether it is from this week's assignment or last week's assignment. I will have an online session in which you guys can make some questions. Okay, so in this one is evaluating expressions. Here they're telling me, for example, write and evaluate an expression. Here I have two things to do. Number one, I have to write down the numerical expression, and number two, I have to give the answer. So the first thing, this one tells me music lessons cost $20 per week. That means $20 each week. How much do 6 weeks of lessons cost? So the first thing I need to know, if I have the cost of 1 week and I want to know how much money I have to pay for 6 weeks, I need to determine what is the operation. As you guys might have thought already, the operation is multiplication. So what will be my expression? I'm going to multiply the amount of money I have to pay for 1 week times the amount of weeks. So that will be 20 times 6. This is my expression. And then, what will be the cost? I solve the operation. 20 times 6, how much? 120. And that's it. And I'm done. Let's try this one. Identifying the terms, coefficients, and constants in the expression. First, how many terms do I have? 1, 2, and 3. What are my 3 terms? I have G, I have 12, and I have 9G. Okay, so this is the terms. Then, what are the coefficients? Remember that the coefficients are the numbers that I have right in front of a variable. In this case, my coefficient is only 9. So this is my coefficient, 9. And what is my constant? My constant is the number that I have by itself without any variable. In this case, the only number that I have by itself without a variable is number 12. And that's it. And that's how I answer my questions. In this case, that I have a fraction. First, how many terms do I have? 1 and 2. Which are the terms? 8x and then x squared over 3. Those are my terms. What are my coefficients? Remember, coefficients are the numbers right next to a variable. First, I have number 8. And then, since this is a division, remember that division is nothing different from a fraction. This is the same thing that I have 1/3. So what will be my answer here? 8 and 1/3 will be my coefficients, which are the numbers that are making company to the variable. And then, what is my constant? I don't have there any number that is by itself without a variable. So that means the constant, I have none. And that's it. So now I am done with my review. Oh, before I leave, I want to show you this example. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, evaluate the expression when b equals 2. Remember, when we are evaluating, we need to substitute the value of the variable into the expression. In this case, I have 12 minus the value of b, which is 2. 12 minus 2, 10. Extremely easy. So see you soon. Hope you guys understood everything. In case you didn't understand, I'm going to send the email in order for you to log into a meeting so we can so I can have more contact with you. Besides that, you know, you guys have my email. You guys can write to me anytime when you have any doubt. Thank you very much. See you soon. Keep safe.